Wow, look at that line.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Taylor, and in today's video, we're gonna do some major work to the aluminum wheels on the dirt cheap 7.3 Powerstroke. Let's check out how they look right now.
So as you can tell right now, these wheels have a lot of buildup on them, corrosion from the treatment on the roads in the wintertime, along with some brake dust. And as you can tell, you can't knock it loose. I've already washed these wheels once, and that's as good as they got with soapy water. So I'm gonna show you my process on how to clean these wheels up. And by the end of today's video, this thing is gonna be looking really sharp because the wheels, they make a vehicle, and when you have some old crusty wheels like this, it just ruins the look. So let's get started. All right, guys, so I've actually got the driver's front wheel off now. It's just as bad as that passenger front, a lot of buildup. And I think what I want to do is actually put a piece of tape right down the middle of it, and we'll treat one side of it, do my process to clean it up, and then we'll pull the tape off and see just how dramatic of a difference it is. So that should be pretty cool, and we'll get a good thumbnail as well for the YouTube video. But I want to show you the products that I use. It's very simple, all stuff that you can buy at Cragen or O'Reilly's, I guess is what it's called today, and Napa Auto Parts. So right now I'm gonna tear a piece of this off. This is a Scotch-Brite pad, and on the side of the wheel that we'll be prepping today, I'm going to treat it with WD-40 or any WD-40, PB Blaster, any type of penetrating oil will work to really loosen up the heavy contamination and corrosion on the wheel. And then we're going to go through it. It'll also help lubricate the Scotch-Brite pad as we go over it and really knock all this stuff down. And we're going to definitely take a big layer off. And this is worth its weight in gold. This is a mother's attachment. It's a cone attachment for polishing wheels. It attaches to your drill. It's reusable and washable. I think you can buy it for about 20 bucks at O'Reilly's. And I mean, this saves a lot of time when you're doing a process like this. And then of course, we got the classic mother's polish here. You really can't beat this stuff as far as I'm concerned. So we'll get started now, tape this wheel up and get rolling. All right, guys, let's get started. We're gonna lay down our tape, and we'll start the first process right after this. That should be good enough. We'll get a good idea of how well it cleans up. So now we're gonna coat this thing. I've got to make sure, if you're doing this in your garage or something, put a piece of cardboard down so you don't make a mess out of your garage floor or wherever you're doing this. So we're gonna be pretty liberal with the WD-40 and really get this sprayed on here. And now we're gonna tear off a piece of this Scotch-Brite pad. I don't wanna contaminate the whole thing because most of it's good. We'll only need a minimal piece of it anyways. And when you start doing this, make sure to move it just in one direction. Don't make circular patterns or go up and back and side to side. You will have to change your approach depending on what part of the wheel you're doing. If you're doing the face, obviously you're gonna have a different direction than the wheel. But we're gonna get started now and see how well we can clean this up. Guys, so we've finished the first run of hitting the wheel with the Scotch-Brite pad and WD-40. I'm going to wipe all of this off now, and this is going to be a very dramatic difference already, but it's not going to be a shiny finish. It's just going to be kind of a flat, brushed looking finish, but this is going to be pretty satisfying to see this come off. You can see the whole wheel. We basically just wiped off all of that big, nasty stuff, and you can see it's kind of all compiling here on this paper towel, but definitely looking better already. I'm gonna wipe all this off and see if there are any areas that we need to address once more, and then I'll go ahead and break out the polish on the cone there. All right, guys, so this is about as clean as I need to get it for the purpose of this demonstration. I am gonna have to do the whole wheel, after all, once we pull the tape off, but you can tell already just how clean this got, and we have a nice finish here already. But that polish is really gonna make this thing pop now. So I'm gonna dry up these lug nut holes a little more, and then we'll hit this with the polisher. Now with your polish, you don't need a whole lot. I just usually stick the tip in and just, kind of get some of this polish on and then wipe it around the wheel to start so you're not flinging it all over the place. and then we'll go ahead and just fire up the drill. Guys, well, that was the demonstration on how to use the drill to polish the wheel out. Now we're gonna wipe this up, and this is what's gonna get really dramatic here in a second, because when we wipe this off, we're gonna have a nice shiny finish underneath this. You can already tell it's starting to come up. One thing that I do like to do is hit it with a coat of wax when I'm done. The wax really helps protect the wheel, and it also cleans off a lot of this extra stuff that I can't get off with the rag here. But as you can tell, this is shining up unbelievably well, and certainly a huge difference between that side. So when I'm done cleaning this up, I'll wax it, and then we'll pull the tape off together and see just how good of a job we did. Alrighty guys, look at the difference here. We've got, this was the way we started with, just crustiness, and now look at how beautiful the shine is off of this. There's really not even any scratching either. I do need to do a couple little touch-ups once the paint or the tape comes off, but I mean, what a major drastic difference. I mean, this is just beautiful. So let's pull this tape off now and see the difference. Wow, look at that line. Just unbelievable. So we have really helped the look of this truck. That is just so dramatic. Hopefully you can see this on camera, but man, what a difference. Just such a nice shine all the way throughout. Just a perfect line down the middle from the junk that we started with. And just so you know, this was only about 20 minutes to do that half of the wheel, and I had to work around the tape to get our effect there, but you guys get the idea. This works really quickly, and basically you could do a whole car in probably 2 hours and really make it perfect. So I will catch up with you because I've got 3.5 more wheels to do. So I'll follow up when this whole truck's put back together and we got these nice shiny wheels back on it. Whew. Well, it is now nighttime. It's like 7 o'clock at night, and I put in a ton of work off camera today to really get the look of this thing right where I wanted it to be. So here it is, guys. The truck is really looking sharp now, and I also put on these new wheel lip moldings. They're a nice chrome finish. I kind of like chrome, especially on these older trucks, because it ties in with the bumpers, the grille, the mirrors, the trim around the windshield. So I like the look of it. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I think it really cleaned up the look a lot. And look at the wheels. I mean, just totally changed the appearance of this thing. Just unbelievably shiny. And then kind of to keep with the budget mindedness of this project, I grinded all of the lug nuts with an attachment on my drill. It's just a wire wheel attachment, and it actually got away from me and tore up my arm pretty good. It looks like I just shook hands with the Wolverine. But anyways, it was all worth it because this thing is looking awesome now. I mean, the wheels really came out a lot better than I was even anticipating, because there were some really deep pits, and I mean, it just came out awesome. So I'm so happy with the look of this thing now. See if this light will help us at all. But man, look at that. And additionally, I also had to trim the bumper because this thing has oversized tires on it, and it was going to hit a little bit of an ear in here. So I took the old Harbor Freight angle grinder and cut it out on both sides. So got just enough clearance there for these oversized tires without having to space out the bumper and make that look like an eyesore. But here it all is. So tomorrow, if you tune back in, we're gonna get rid of this rack finally, buff out the roof, and finish the rest of the exterior detail. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that this, that process with the Scotch-Brite pad and the WD-40 was kind of my process for cleaning up really dirty old wheels that somebody else might just throw away and buy new instead. I wouldn't, if you got like a super high-end set of wheels that cost like $4 grand or something, I probably wouldn't take a Scotch-Brite pad to them. If you had some corrosion on there, there's probably some other alternatives. But in the case of wheels that used to look like garbage with a bunch of corrosion, this will definitely work for you. As I was working today, I did notice that the channel just surpassed 1,000 subscribers, and I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I really appreciate all the positive comments, all the views, likes. It really means a lot to me, and it motivates me to keep putting out content like this so that you guys can come along for the ride and enjoy these projects with me, because I tend to get into a lot of different projects like this, or like that, or like that.
But there's definitely more videos coming in the future, so stay tuned, you guys. Tomorrow we're gonna be removing that rack, like I said before, and really kind of getting to the finish line as far as all the aesthetics go on the dirt cheap 7.3 Powerstroke. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more automotive content like you saw here today. And I am looking forward to seeing you guys next video.